welcome back to another episode of the Parts of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we're looking at the Hot Wheels Star Wars Republic Gunship. Now, for those that don't know, the Republic Gunship is actually called the Low Altitude Assault Transport, or the LAAT. This ship was first seen in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, one of my favorites in the prequel lineup. Then it was also seen in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and then it made major appearances in the animated Clone Wars shorts, and also the CGI show, Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is a huge fan favorite. Now, this shares the same mold with the version I reviewed a couple months ago, with the Arc paint, featured from the Clone Wars cartoon show. And, I love this ship a lot. They are the same in every way, and we'll look at that more later on. So, just like that ship, the length is 2.5 inches long, which is pretty nice to scale with all the other ships. And we do have a lot to cover. We're going to look at the mold, the paint, put on a stand, compare it, and then we'll be done. So let's get moving. Alright, starting this review off looking at the mold, I must say, this is a fantastic mold here. Lots of details. Now, I reviewed the Arc version. These are the same exact ships. There is no difference except paint scheme. And they are both fantastic. I praised the hell out of this thing. I thought that was nice. It just needed, I would say, a little black wash to bring out all these details. And this one maybe suffers the same thing. It has tons of details. You can see all the doors right here, the panels, the lines, Republic symbol, the turrets. Just everything. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go over the parts here. So we have our cockpit. We have our laser cannons here. We have a door right there. This part is supposed to slide back. And sadly, there's no moving parts on here, which would have been neat for the size. We have our laser turrets right here and on the wings. On the bottom, we have air-to-air rockets. On the top of these wings, we have some great details. We have our missile pods, our engines in the back. Fantastic details on here. My God. We have our tail gun in the back. And on the bottom, we have our copyright crap. Some great details. A screw, stand connector port, a rivet. Just awesome job on here. Nice lines. I'm pretty sure I covered everything for the detail. Yeah, so that just about does it. So now let's take a look at the paint. Now, when it comes to the paint, we only have a small handful of colors. Mostly this off-white, which is on the sides, the wings, basically the main color of the ship, or a very light tan, depending on how you see it. Then we have maroon for the cockpit area. On the wings, the missile pods. A yellowish gold color for the back here and the front. And finally, we have black, which is done pretty good. Now, I must say, on the whole, the paint is 50-50. In some places, it is so nice and neat and crisp. And then, like, on here, you could tell that the paint is just fading into the whitish plastic. It's not very heavy. Right here, we have a little dripping. Also, I think it would have been neat if they painted the laser cannons in the front and in the back. Like, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. But on the whole, just looking at it, it looks pretty good. Now, one major problem I have with this is even though I love it and I do like the paint scheme, let me bring in, again, the Arc version. Here we have the laser pods here, or turrets, whatever you like to call them. And this version are painted. Look how nice that looks. Here they're just white. So, that's just a little gripe of mine. I think this would have looked a hell of a lot better with some black on there. But it is what it is. But on the whole, I think it is painted pretty good. So that does it for the mold and the paint. So now let's put this bad boy in a stand, compare it, and then we'll be done. And just like most Hot Wheels ships, comes with a cool stand. Peg and port, hear that click. And you're good to go. For size comparison with the Hot Wheels Republic Gunship, we have the Republic Gunship with the Arc paint scheme. Like I mentioned before, they are the same exact ship. Very nice. Then for all you Clone Wars fans, we have the Trade Federation Droid Starfighter. Really nice. And then last, just for fun, we have the Titans Return Legends Class Cosmos. And that does it today for my review of the Hot Wheels Star Wars Republic Gunship. One of my all-time favorite ship designs from the prequel era. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, you gotta give credit where credit's due. A lot of the areas, ships, planets, and designs were pretty interesting. So again, this ship is about 2.5 inches long, which is pretty nice. What are the pros and cons of this ship? For pros, the detail is astronomical. It is a very good model for that standpoint. Again, for those who are asking, there are no moving points on this. It's just a static model. Now you get a stand to display with your other ships, and it unifies it in the collection. And then price, usually at retail you can get one of these for $3.99 or $4.99 depending on where you go. Now a little disclaimer, this is an older model. But good news, Hot Wheels / Mattel is re-releasing this ship. I do not know if it has better paint. I haven't really seen a picture yet, but I do know it's coming. So I would suggest if you can't find it on Amazon or eBay, just wait for it to pop in stores again. Now for cons, I hate to do it, but I'm going to say paint. As much as I love the gold on here and the black, I really do think that the red is a little sloppy, and you know, the black is a little sloppy too. Right there above my finger, it's bleeding in. Right here, it's bleeding out. Crooked edges. It is what it is. It's not a huge thing, especially if this is for a kid. It's fine. It has enough detail and paint that it works. But for a collector, just watch the paint on them when you go looking for them. Now, if you're looking to buy this ship, like I mentioned, it is an older model. However, maybe you'll get lucky at Walmart, Target, Toys R Us. Could be on the pegs. I haven't seen one in a very long time. Also, check your dollar stores. But I would suggest checking out Amazon, eBay, or other online sellers. And again, Hot Wheels is remaking this ship, so if you're patient, you'll find one with a better stand and possibly a better paint job. So I recommend this ship for anybody who's a fan of the prequel trilogy, the Clone Wars, or just the Republic Gunship in general. It is a very interesting and cool design. So that's everything I have to say about this ship today. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, hit that like button. And if you would like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.